Did you know that approximately 1 in 150 children has autism? That's about 1,500,000 people in the United States and millions of people worldwide. The numbers are growing too, but this story isn't about numbers. This is a story about a 7-year-old boy who is a son, a brother, a grandson, a nephew, a classmate, and a friend who happens to have an autism spectrum disorder. Autism is a neurobiological disorder that impacts a person's ability to communicate and to develop their social skills.
I'm Seamus, and I am the face of autism. This is my story.
That piece to make it whole. I need my little boy back. I need what autism stole.
August 4th, 2002. Happy birthday to me! Everyone was so excited for my arrival. Mommy was in labor for 43 hours waiting for me to come. As a baby, I was extremely adorable and quirky. I had a hearty chuckle and beautiful blue eyes. Mommy says I could melt hearts for miles. Look at Mommy's hair. I remember how I twirled it in my fingers and pulled it all the time. Mommy had to cut it off because I pulled so much. She fed me every 2 hours because I would be inconsolable if she didn't. Mommy and I didn't sleep much. I didn't like to leave the house. Mommy and Daddy never took me out without a binky. They were very smart and knew I couldn't be anywhere without it. Many times they had to turn the car around to get a binky so that I could go out in public. One day, when I was about 10 months old, Mommy decided to take me out to the grocery store. All the bright lights, colors, and crowd sounds were overwhelming. It made me vomit on Mommy. She tried to take me to the store several times, but the same thing happened over and over. I started walking later than most kids. When I got good at it, I would run away from my parents and I loved to run towards the road. Mommy never let go of my hand or carried me when we were outside. Mommy and Daddy were terrified I would run off and they wouldn't get me before something bad happened. I had no concept of danger. I was also very late when it came to talking. I couldn't talk at 18 months old. Mommy would call my name, but I wouldn't look at her. I hit and kicked my parents because I was frustrated they didn't know what I needed. I cried and screamed a lot. I even threw my toys and hurt our pets. I liked to play in the corner by myself, never with other children. My mommy and daddy knew something was wrong and took me to see special doctors. They sent speech and occupational therapists to my house. I went to see a total of 6 different specialists. They all worked to eliminate disorders and give me the help that I needed. At 2 years old, Mommy told me I was going to get a baby sister. Kira came home that October. She was so loud and cried all the time. I hated it and ran out of the room when I heard her cry. One day, Kira started making some interesting sounds. I liked those baby attempts at words. I tried too. It wasn't long before my sister started using real words. Just after my 3rd birthday, I had a breakthrough. I started recognizing letters and numbers. My speech therapist ran with it. In mere weeks, I started picking up words. Life was good. I would say juice, and they gave me juice. I would say eat, and they would give me food. My sister helped me a lot with this. All of these signs began to add up, and it wasn't long after my 4th birthday that my neurodevelopmental pediatrician diagnosed me with PDD-NOS, or Pervasive Development Disorder, not otherwise specified. That's a fancy terminology for the type of autism spectrum disorder that I have. While my language skills were improving, my behavior was rapidly deteriorating. We all worked very hard, but change was very slow. I was aggressive and hurt my therapist, family, and the other children in my preschool. My specially trained preschool teacher told my mommy that I needed a TSS worker, a sort of aide, or I wouldn't be able to come to school anymore. Before anyone knew it, the summer before kindergarten arrived. Mommy started meeting with the school district to set up services. The school was very happy that Miss Renee, my TSS worker, would be coming to school with me full time. Mommy told the school I wasn't potty trained yet. They weren't happy. Mommy cried. Kindergarten started a few weeks after I turned 5 in August. I charmed all the adults in my school. I also discovered that I can manipulate most adults with a hug and a "I saw-we." Academically, I did very well. After all, I could read at age 3. Socially, I did not do as well. I was aggressive towards some of the other children. First grade was much harder than kindergarten. Math doesn't make sense to me, and sometimes I struggle with it. I read a lot of books for school. The teacher asks me questions about what I read. I had trouble understanding those pesky W questions like who, what, where, when, and why. That makes me upset because I just don't understand. Today I'm in the 2nd grade. My teacher is a big help because she tries to understand me and makes adjustments in the class to help me learn. I have some trouble with what the teacher calls abstract concepts, but otherwise I'm doing okay. The hardest part about school is that the other kids are starting to realize that I'm different. It seems like a lot of my time is spent at therapy, with doctors, and at school, but I still have a lot of time to just be a kid, too. I love to swim in the summertime. I play with my dog Luigi, and sometimes I fight with my sister, and sometimes she's my best friend. I take each day as it comes.
What does the future hold for Seamus? No one really knows. He could be one of the great minds of his generation, or he could be a 7-year-old boy forever. There is no cure for autism, but perhaps that missing piece to the autism puzzle will be found in Seamus's lifetime.
He has to say